Hello there! I'm Scotty, you're not, and we are really winding down Remake-A-Thon. Just keep going with this. Not that it hasn't been fun. It's interesting going and watching these remakes. Especially ones where I've seen the original, which are few and far between, that I can tell you now are, no, none of those. How do I say? I think I put them away. Only a couple of them, I think. True Grit's gonna be one that I've seen the original. Here we go. Go over here. I haven't done that much. Let's see. Nope. Well, Flubber, Red Dawn, and Footloose. Red Dawn and Footloose are the two at my head. Oh, and Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory. This is another one of which I've seen the original and actually love the original. That is 1990s Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger. Yeah, get your ass to Mars. Classic sci-fi film directed by classic director Paul Verhoeven. Also gave us movies like Starship Troopers and RoboCop. Right? And while this was rated R, this new one is PG-13. And they're both based off of the Philip K. Dick book, I'll Remember It For You Wholesale. I think I butchered the name of it in this one. I think I even said the wrong book in one of them. Anyway, this one stars Colin Farrell as Douglas Quaid, who finds out who goes to this place called Recall and then finds out he's a secret agent and is on being chased by in this one it's robots and not just dogs that are run by this villainous Cohagen. So they make several changes. There's no Mars in this version. Nope, no get your ass to Mars. There's no Richter. They'll see you at the party, Richter. Nope. And now, after an economical disaster or something, the place has been split off into two different places. The United Federation of Britain and the Colony, which is just Australia. And they use this machine called the Fall to go in between. It goes through the Earth's core, which should be fucking impossible, because you know how hot it is inside the Earth's core? There is no way you'd be able to put anything through there. You drill through the Earth's core, you're going to cause a chain reaction. It's going to blow up the Earth. There's no way they're able to do that. This is way more futuristic, I think, than the original. The original, everything real futuristic was on Mars. You know, they do still have some callbacks to the original with like the three boobied women, even though there's no mutants in this one. There's a lady who looks remarkably like the same lady from the original that Arnold was disguised as, who says 2 weeks, and you're supposed to think, oh, that's him in disguise, but no, he's disguised as someone else, you know. And there's other differences too. Nods, winks, nods. Member? The member berries are coming out. Member this? They even talk about, well, I want to go to Mars. You know, there's no Mars. Yeah. This one was directed by Len Wiseman, who is known for the Underworld movies. Yeah. Like I said, Colin Farrell plays Quaid in this one, and his wife Laurie is played by Kate Beckinsale. And one of the big changes in this one is that Laurie doesn't die. You know, halfway through the original, Laurie dies because there's a divorce. Dies. She doesn't. She keeps popping up throughout the entire fucking movie. She won't go away. Put her hundreds of yards away in a gopher hole. No, she keeps coming back. And why? Well, one look at the Wikipedia page could tell you. Guess who she was married to at the time? That's right, Len Wiseman. So of course he's not going to kill his wife off. Nope. He learned from the Paul W.S. Anderson school of I'm gonna show my wife off to everyone. Yes, that's why in the Resident Evil movies, Alice is impervious to everything, even when they say that she's not. Like when they literally tell you that she's been injected with something that gets rid of the T virus, fucking she's still got fucking powers. I haven't reviewed those yet. I've seen enough reviews on them between Decker Shadow and Phaelus to know pretty much all about those movies without even seeing them, and know that how frustrating it's going to get when I do this. That's why I haven't gone through them yet, because it's going to be frustrating. You know, Paul W.S. Anderson even said that Mortal Kombat Annihilation is the reason why when he does a franchise he doesn't leave it, and yet he still can't maintain continuity. Anyway, back to this one. Yeah, Laurie stays throughout the entire movie unnecessarily. She just keeps showing up here and there to let you, hey, she's still alive, even when she should have died. But yeah, it's kind of annoying. Yeah. I also changed a few things. Like I said, there's no Richter. Cohagen is this chancellor of New Britain. We'll say New Britain, but he's not British. He's played by Bryan Cranston. Then you have Bill Nighy as Matthias, which is the Quato replacement. The replacement for Quato, that thing. There's no Benny either, which automatically you see Bokeem Woodbine in this thing. Is he Benny? No, he's Harry, which is Roberto Costanzo's character from the original. And he doesn't do his thing. In the original, he got you. You couldn't keep your mouth shut, could you? I told you not to go there. But no, here he doesn't show that he's involved in this until later in the film when that fat guy, whoa, donuts, from Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey that shows up in that one. It shows up that, oh, Mr. Quaid, you're still at recall. Yeah, they get rid of that character. Well, they have a character like that, John Cho. But he's only in that scene. I think he dies actually in the shootout. So here maybe they realize, oh shit. Well, we'll just have Harry do it. So have Harry come in and try to tell him that it's recall, it's messed up and all that stuff. But they don't go into the specifics. In the original, you have that guy lay out everything that's going to happen, and it basically does. The walls are going to break down, and this, and this, everything's going to happen. And it actually does happen the way he says it does, including ending with a whiteout, blue skies on Mars, like he said he wanted. And then, supposedly, that he gets lobotomized in the real world, but it's still that interpretation. They don't do enough, will they, won't they, with the interpretation. And this one is just, am I still dreaming? Who knows? But, I think it would be interesting if they went another direction with the ending. He saves the day, right? He kills Laurie finally after she won't go the fuck away, and he realizes Melina only for them. A big white wipe comes across the sky, and he wakes up in recall. It was all a dream, right? Right. How would you end the movie, though? How about he wakes up and it all starts over again, right? Like the people break in, it gets all messed up, and then end of the movie. Who knows? And the movie, much like the original, starts off with a dream, but unlike the whole thing with Mars and the effects of, no, it's way too like in your face and flashing lights, and I mean it introduces us to Melina, and it gives no qualms about, oh, he was a secret agent. There's also something interesting that they did with the director's cut. So originally, Ethan Hawke was Hauser, the alter ego, the original version of Quaid. When they do the hologram, they show Ethan Hawke as Hauser, and he got facial reconstructive surgery to look like Colin Farrell, Quaid. And that's in the director's cut. The only issue I have is, so I mean, it explains why nobody recognizes him, right, as Hauser. Although she calls him Hauser. So, but then again, dialogue could have been changed, you know. But Laurie knows who he is. So, yeah, it doesn't really explain. It's kind of confusing. Maybe the director's cut explains it more. I should try to find the director's cut, but I don't know. But, like, I don't know, maybe it explains it more. But, like, if he got the facial reconstructive surgery, then Melina wouldn't know who he was. But she's able to find him pretty quick after the shit goes down. So, I don't know. Also, they kept the twist that... So, in this video message, either way, it's explained that he... Also, maybe this way. He explains that he was working for Cohagen, but he fell in love with Melina and decided... He found out what's really going on and defected to the resistance. So, if that's the case, then he got the reconstructive surgery while she knew who he was and she knew he got the facial reconstructive surgery. Okay, but in this version, they have a new thing called a kill switch or something that's in his head that'll help them beat this and win this whole thing. And then it turns out it's not there. It just helps them locate where they are. And just like the original, Hauser was working with Cohagen. It's still confusing if you do he changed his face thing. Because you need to tell me he got major reconstructive surgery on his face just to betray everyone. And much like the original, my biggest question, why did they erase his memory? Because it's one question that's never answered there, never answered here, because it's supposed to have that, oh, what if it's not real? He's a secret agent in disguise. But why was his memory erased? Like, was it, okay, so we're supposed to believe that his memory was erased to hide from Cohagen. But if he was working for Cohagen, why did Cohagen have him erase his memory? Cohagen had to be in on this. It was maybe I'm grasping at straws here. Maybe I'm trying to pull some stuff. Maybe they did it so that he would be. If he doesn't have any memory, he'll be led back, and they can lead him to him. I don't know. It's just confusing. Like if Cohagen or if Hauser was already working for him, and he was pretending to fall in love with Melina, whether he did or not, wouldn't he have already been led to Matthias? It's just confusing. Also, I feel like the casting roles should have been swapped. Like I said, you have Bill Nighy as Matthias, the Quato substitute. And then you have Cohagen is Bryan Cranston. Cohagen is the Chancellor of the new foundation of Great Britain or whatever. But he's not British. And you have Nighy, a great British actor, playing an American. Hello. Swap those. We know that Nighy can play a great villain. I mean, Cranston's not bad, but I'm just saying. Why did you... I don't understand it. There's a lot more robot action here, too, so there's a lot more CGI stuff. A lot of practical effects in the original, a lot of CGI and lens flares in this one. Well, his name is Len Wiseman, so maybe lens flares like a explanation point between N and S. Lens flares. Um, yeah. And like I said, Laura just won't go away. You think she's gone, she keeps coming back, she keeps coming back. At one point, you think she died in the core, and then when Quaid wakes up, he's there with, seems to be Melina, but then it turns out they have these neck things that can change your face. Like in the original, when that thing, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That thing. But here it's like a ring thing, and then it malfunctions here and there, but it turns out that this Melina was Lori, and he figured it out because they had this mark on their hands that he said was from building the robots, and the bolt went through, but here it finds out they were shot through the hand. It was like that, I guess, or I guess that's how it was. But it could have been like this, I guess, if they were holding hands, right? Shot through, either way. But, yeah, Lori just won't go away. Finally, she dies here. Yeah, and then our big, is it real or is it recall moment is he looks at the sign for recall, and he's like, oh. And he just shrugs it off, and the movie ends. Yeah, it's not bad, though. I first watched this quite a few years ago. I think it was like 2014 with my friend Eric, and I watched it. And I thought it wasn't that bad. It's not as good as the original. One of the first things is like, I remember when the trailer came out and I'm like, really, we're doing this? And then I started reading on they got rid of Mars. That was a very important part of the original, you know? As one of the, it spawned one of the best lines of the movie. Get your ass to Mars. But no. I'm glad I didn't try to recreate it like, get your ass to the fall or something, you know? Or, get your ass to Matthias. No, they just didn't use it. It's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a. Well, this is a to the moon, so I'll give it a pretty good, low, pretty good. It's not bad. It's fun. It's a fun watch. You know, not a good thing. Len Wiseman is a good director, so and it's done pretty well. I just, it's not the original. So, what are your thoughts on Total Recall, the remake? Welcome, so much should like, share, and subscribe. And we got one more movie left, and that is the remake of True Grit. And then I'm done. I'm done with this. So, thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.